Friends, greetings and welcome to my channel. $1 on deposit, and on the market there is a complete calm or sideways movement. This is not a sentence yet. Today we will dispel the myths that you cannot trade during flat periods, and you will see that it is really possible. Regarding the comments contest, the winner from the prior video is present. Congratulations to you. The contest continues, so you can leave your comments under this video, subscribe to my YouTube and Telegram channels, and be sure to like this video. In the next issue, we will summarize, and the winner will receive $100 on their trading balance. Now, I wish all good luck and enjoy watching. I suggest starting trading and opening the first deal for a decrease. Let's take a look at the chart in an enlarged scale to better understand the signal. First of all, a prolonged downward trend with low volatility is clearly visible to the naked eye. Consider the signals of the indicator. What happened? There was a correction and the chart approached the upper limit of the Kerner channel. MACD also provides information about the absence of market struggle. Its lines are more intertwined rather than being intersected. So pals, carefully read the signals of this indicator in order not to deceive yourself and thus avoid errors. Due to high volatility, channel breakout won't happen, so further movement after correction will follow trend. And as I mentioned, it's already descending. I'm waiting for a decrease to the middle line of the Keltner channel or lower if the market has enough strength for it. My forecast is working out. At the same time, pay attention, the Williams line is only now starting to turn around and exit the oversold zone. Good, start is done, still no $2 on balance, but it's fine. I increase investment size and move on to find the next deal. Transfer the currency pair from euro to Australian dollar on the exchange, and let's also open a deal here for a decrease in value. Look, there is a correlation between currency pairs, and accordingly, the situation is comparable to our previous agreement. In this instance, the chart has come close to the middle line of the Kerner channel, but this is also a highly favorable level of resistance that needs to be taken into consideration. I expect a rebound in the same direction, also about while we observe. I want to talk to you about such a phenomenon in binary options as flat. You have most likely heard about him. At the very least, numerous individuals in my Telegram channel often ask me if it is possible to trade during a flat market condition. Look, by the way, you should also subscribe to my Telegram channel. The link to it is provided in the description. There are two polar opinions about the flat. Some people say you cannot trade under any circumstances. Some argue it's possible, necessary, and one can earn a good income. Where the truth lies, we'll find out today. I'll start with the fact that the deal, by the way, is closing in the black. $3.6 on our balance. I enhanced the amount of investment, and in all likelihood, we will continue to stay here for the time being. Okay, look, the point is that both perspectives have the right to exist in this situation, but the crucial question relies on the context. If you understand the context, then everything will fall into place. Usually beginners type something in Google to search for information about fleets and get a large amount of text, right? Unclear who writes text and for what purpose. Initiated deal now to decrease the price. Also, friends, in general, I see no reason to change the situation. On the contrary, I would say that this candle, which I will show on the chart now, which broke through the Keltner channel at its lower boundary, tells us about further testing of a decline. As a consequence, the price will go down. Well, our goal once again is to reach this level of support. Hence, my anticipation is that the price will ultimately attain the predetermined objective and decrease. Observe and continue about the flat. First thing to understand, market being discussed. Classical stock market trades assets. Bought for $1, sold for $2, and earned $1 in profit. Is it right? Right. It is very important to understand again that if I were trading in such a market right now, any normal trader would simply shake their head and be right. We will definitely continue this conversation. I want to wait for the deal to be completed. Damn. The profit is fixed on the last second, in addition to an amount of almost $7 on the deposit account. Let's boost Shivobank again, the investment amount, and continue our conversation. So the asset value is crucial in the stock market, or more precisely the value difference. Even futures contracts are created for price disparity, although the mechanism employed there is slightly distinct. Trading in markets like Affiliate is virtually impossible. Just imagine purchasing an asset and witnessing a 10% price surge or something similar, assuming we are in the present moment. But you have to pay a commission to the broker for each transaction. And even if these commissions are known in advance, usually it is a fixed amount, but sometimes it happens that the commission can be higher than your earnings, so essentially you end up in the negative. No one requires such trade. It is logical. Naturally, a question arises in this situation. Then why? Yes, we require all of this. Let us return to trading. You need to generate income. We convened at this venue for this particular reason. I will commence one more business transaction in a downward direction. As you can see, the chart is unable to pass even the average line of the Kirtner channel. Obviously, he starts to push away from her. This can be seen from the nature of the candles on the chart. The middle line of the channel is, as I have already mentioned, a strong resistance level. When the candles start touching it and don't break through, it's a good rebound signal. Thus, commencing a trade from this level is a rather sound approach in a market characterized by low volatility and a sideways movement, making it a favorable strategy. Let's observe and continue. It can be stated that a flat and an apartment are distinct, and there can be quite extensive price ranges. Why not acquire assets in such situations? Enable the earnings from one unit to be small, but you have the opportunity, for instance, to enter with a larger volume. So we're getting close to the end of the deal. Let's take a break, shall we? It's time for a well-deserved rest. It is necessary to mark this moment. Yes, that's great. There are $13 on deposit. We introduce investment categories and continue to proceed further. Understanding that a flat is a period of low volatility means no one is active in the market. Entering the market with a large sum will drive up the price, causing your flat to end as it increases due to the significant amount of money. There is no special meaning in this. And to whom will you make payment if there is no one else in the market apart from you? Only a few individuals with limited funds, which are insufficient to purchase all of your assets, will continue to exist in the market. When selling a large volume with low demand, you will have to lower the price once again. Let us initiate a deal right now in order to secure an increase in our current situation. A little slip, I didn't plan it now, but let's see what comes out of it. So, unfortunately, such things happen. Be prepared for sinfulness. Avoid trading with entire deposit to prevent losing everything at once. BTW, on my channel I do voice trading sessions. If interested, you can join. Let's figure out why I actually did it, why I opened this deal. The thing is, the chart has reached a support level. If the deal had opened next to him, as I planned, it would have been more comfortable, of course. But what happened. I thought that the price would simply start to rise in the near future and be influenced by it. So, in principle, we have to observe, okay? As I say, there is no one in the market. Yes, the signals of the indicators are clearly delayed. There is still enough momentum, friends. The deal is going up to a comfortable level. Let's go. Yes, well, partly lucky here. Nothing. Anyway, the forecast was correct, and there is a result. Nearly $25 on the balance in my already established management. Let's proceed with the conversation and collaborate with this couple. We concluded that trading physical assets in a low volatility market is pointless. So, on the one hand, when they recommend not opening deals at such a time, people are absolutely right in their endeavors. However, in binary options, we lack physical interaction with assets. Instead, we engage in trading based on forecasts of future price movements. I suggest opening another deal for a decrease. In principle, we have already gone through this story. The chart made contact with the middle line of the Kirtner channel and then began rebounding from it. Predictable, sufficient movement, so I don't see the point in correcting it. I think everything is already clear here. Binary options are obtained in trading forecasts, but they are not tied to price differences. All you need to determine is where the price will be in a minute or an hour, depending on the expiration you choose. Above or below the current level, we do not affect the price, as we do not interact directly with the object. We disregard price changes. Only the change in the right direction matters to us, regardless of magnitude. That is, The earnings are determined by the amount of investment on which you have entered into a contract. Do you understand? Therefore, trading binary options in a flute is sometimes even super profitable. The reason why this can be done will be discussed later. The transaction is almost complete with a balance of $47. I suggest looking for a new pair for trading here. The strategy has exhausted itself. The rebound from the level is no longer so pronounced, and MACD's lines are starting to diverge, showing us some more significant change. Maybe it's just a reversal to growth, but with low volatility we can make a lot of errors here, so let's continue on another pair of assets. I will start a deal for a decrease. I anticipate a decrease in the cost of quotes and explain this situation in detail. Why did I decide that way? Look, we see that the price has been slowly rising for the last 15-20 minutes. During that time, Williams was in the overbought zone. Currently, it is evident that he has come out of it. MACD, red columns. We can also draw a conclusion about the convergence of the lines and the possibility of an intersection from the top-down perspective. The trend is once more downward, so the growth has come to an end, the correction has come to an end. We interpret this again as a possible decrease to the average line of the Conera channel. So why the sidekick? A favorable situation in binary options. It is simple, friends. It is a very calm market. There are no crazy jumps here, no survival races. It is sufficient to merely locate and identify strong levels of support, resistance, and trade based on them. The main thing is to simply track how the price reacts to a certain level, to a more significant one. 87 USD on the balance, the outcome is amazing. Growing investments and progressing. Let's proceed to the Euro-British pound pair. In this case, the deal is open for a decrease, and there are clear reasons why we conclude that there will be low volatility. The presence of red columns serves as a signal for a decrease, and Williams is ready to leave the oversold zone, visually confirming our analysis. Therefore, based on these factors, I am now concluding that the correction will continue in the near future, resulting in a rebound from the resistance level. The aim is the mean line of the Conera channel. We've discussed this with you many times today, so I suggest watching. In general, if we don't talk about the market as a whole, then it's mostly one continuous side story. According to estimates, prices fluctuate in the sideways range from 60 to 80% of the time. Hence, strategies of binary options traders, when trading particularly, ought to be customized specifically for sideways markets in the majority of instances. We have $142 on our balance, friends. Let's increase investments in our bank and let's look for another new opportunity to open a deal. Well, I'll open a familiar deal for a decrease. We have discussed similar situations many times. We observe low volatility and a price at the level of the average line of the Conera channel. Williams is positioned below the oversold zone. It is somewhere in the middle of its range. But again, he has a tendency to turn around. I want to draw your attention to this figure of sound analysis. It is called a star. I don't recall precisely whether it was morning or evening. In fact, this is also an additional indication of a decline. So let's talk about strategies. There is no point in relying on the strategies of traders who trade on the stock market or any other, because the reason is simple. They capture trends and search for entry and exit points from them. There is no trend on the side, so you do not need to catch anything with this approach, in every sense of the word, in any way, shape, or form. Despite discussing trends today, they are primarily medium-term in nature and serve as a valuable guide for determining the direction of the chart within my specific time frame. Deal closed. Around $267 remaining. Seek new opportunity. Switch to different pair. Let's proceed to the AUD exchange pair, my friends. We will sell dollars and Swiss francs and open a deal for a decrease. Look, there is a very interesting figure here. In technical analysis, this is referred to as a triangle pattern. Now, let's draw a diagonal line segment to analyze the price movement. No, not like that. Something is occurring in an erroneous manner once again. I'm anxious, hands shaking. This is what happens when you trade with the entire balance. It's another attempt. We make a line 1 and here is the line 2 that we have drawn on the paper. A pattern of graphical analysis has emerged. This is a triangle. Closer to its peak here, volatility increases and a downward breakout of the resistance level occurs. In this case, I expect a breakout from the sideways movement and a breakthrough of the level. Or the minimum goal is the lower boundary of the triangle, which is the support level. If you also pay attention, you will notice that the lower boundary of the Kertner channel coincides with this level, so you could navigate by it. It's wonderful. There are $501 on the balance. We increased the amount of investments and continue to monitor the schedule, still desire to wait for the level to be broken. You mentioned that strategies based on trends are ineffective when the market is moving sideways because we lack a clear trend. In principle, it is logical. Clearly, trend indicators can also be rendered useless in certain situations. Rather, not like that. They are useless if you take their signals literally, like from some manual, and do not make adjustments for the overall market situation. This must be excluded from your trades. The onset of strong volatility commences. We see it by candles. I think it's time to open a deal to decrease in anticipation of breaking the resistance level. As you can see, if you expand your arsenal and start using not only indicators but also dark graphic analysis, candlestick analysis, you will significantly increase the quality of your trading strategies, your vision, and as a result, your earnings. Let's sketch our triangle more humanly. Last time I didn't succeed. Let's give it another try. Let's go. This is line 1 and this is line 2. Please note the word count has been increased to meet the requirement. Here, great, we are approaching the top or corner, respectively, of the triangle. Volatility is already increasing significantly, and in the future movement, in case of breaking the resistance level by the chart, the price may significantly decrease. We also observe this in the histograms of MACD and in the line of Willem's R. Everything is decreasing, everything is going down. I believe all is well. Yes, the schedule was broken, or rather it was broken, until a strong movement occurred, but in my opinion, I believe it will be. I recommend increasing the investment sum in a bank for the upcoming transaction. Friends, let's make a deal to decrease and go. Let us determine the reason for such actions and come to a conclusion. On one hand, it appears that we are experiencing a growing trend, but it is necessary for us to evaluate the chart in its entirety. As you can see, there was a significant increase approximately an hour ago. See, yes? Candles on the left. In general, by and large, the chart is currently moving in such a price corridor. That is, I expect a rebound from its upper boundary, which coincides on the chart with the average line of the Kertner channel. I've already provided you with information about this on multiple occasions today. So what indicators to use for the max sidekick? The answer is straightforward, those that you comprehend. You know, such a reply annoys a lot of people, so I'll try to clarify and provide an explanation. Look, today MXD is seemingly useless. He didn't catch trends because there aren't any, but I tracked the volatility on it. Volatility, it must be said, is really below any criticism today. The deal is profitable. We have $1,594. We raise investment to the maximum of $1,000 and closely monitoring the price fluctuations for any changes. So initiated a new trade for a decrease due to the same reasons as last time. Previous forecast didn't work entirely, so I anticipate a similar outcome this time. In principle, it's the same movement. I'll discuss indicators. Trend indicators like MACD can be useless as sideways market always comes to an end. And at that point in time, you have to seize it. And then MACD will assist you, allow him to rescue you once during the trading session. Fans are also very useful. They show support and resistance levels and allow you to track them during sideways movements. They also provide reliable signals for entering trades. Extremely valuable indicators such as Keltner channel, Donchian channel, Bollinger Bands, and fractals. The essence is that they allow you to clearly define the boundaries of price movement during a flat, to determine the market reversal accordingly. Yes, this is also a trending indicator, but its essence, agree, is a little different. The deal ends with a profit. This is great. I don't like this behavior of the graph. The forecast takes a while to work out. Hence, I propose moving on to another pair now. Perhaps a better alternative will be located. Here we have the CAD and JPY currency pair on the agenda. I also trade this pair when it's declining. If I'm wrong, all deals today except one were opened by me for a decrease. It occurs. Let's sketch. We possess an extremely strong resistance level that the chart is attempting to break through, but it still lacks sufficient strength for that purpose. And there is also no volatility. Therefore, as I am practically in all trade, on this day, I have the expectation that what is happening is a rebound, which is a recovery from the level of resistance that has been encountered. Pay attention to the moving average. She is gradually unfolding as well, which can provide us with information regarding a potential shift in trend. In theory, everything is logical. Returning to indicators, I want to remind you that in my previous videos I made a lot of different reviews on various indicators, so review them. They are still relevant, my dear friends, and of utmost importance. The transaction is profitable. We make a profit of $710 from it and proceed with our business operations. Exchange pair dollar and yen, opening a deal to decrease. Signals similar, already worked with them today. Let's reiterate them for reinforcement. Attention, there is a very strong level of resistance around which the chart wriggles in a manner reminiscent of a snake. He also coincides with the upper boundary of the Kirtner Canal. This is a strong signal. And the trend in the long term is starting to turn down. Therefore, I do not believe in breaking this level now, considering its strength in this context. However, I believe that as we proceed, we will eventually reach a location in this area, specifically the middle part of the Kirtner Canal. McDonald's and Williams are presently, regrettably, a bit tardy. This serves as a definite illustration, but this is a clear example of prioritization and their signals in the system. First of all, we look at the Kirtner channel, at the levels, at the visual analysis, and then at the MACD. But pals, this statement is only relevant in the current market. You also must remember this.
$3,664 in cash.
Let's try to increase this amount a little bit more. Let's not break the traditions in today's trading. Let's open a deal for a decrease. Such a bearish market sentiment, and I am experiencing it today. Let us take a closer look at the chart. At this scale of graphics, we clearly understand that there is a support level. It is important to understand that in order to determine the goals we are moving towards, there was a significant drop to this level. We observe it, including Williams. Additionally, there was an accentuated intersection of the MACD line. Subsequent to that, there occurred a rather substantial correction, taking into consideration the magnitude of the preceding candlestick's height. I believe the decline will continue from the candle's top, where we opened the deal exceeding expectations. From entry, at least chart returns to support level, or it breaks entirely if there's enough strength. Attention, we are watching. I think the deal was open when it was needed. Everything was calculated very accurately. Thus, in spite of the weak movement, the forecast ultimately proves to be correct. Yes, it is great. Friends, let's finish here and summarize today's trading session.
Friends, as you can see, a flat is not a sentence yet if you trade binary options. Today, my earnings amounted to $4,424, and I started with just $1. Binary options offer a great opportunity for earning and development. I thank everyone for watching and wish you all good luck. See you tomorrow in the new video. See you soon and goodbye.